Well, let's get this roof lining sorted out. What's up guys? Welcome back. So, obviously I've got the pop-up roof here in pieces and I am actually making a video on this, but right now I'm waiting on basically materials for it. So I figured let's get in and do the headlining. Now I'm not entirely sure what order these videos are going to go out, so I may already have this video out on the roof, then again I may not, so yeah. Anyway, like I said, I think while I'm waiting I'm going to just get in and try and get this roof lining sorted out. It is in a bit of a state and I've put it off and I've put it off, but you know what, I need it in before I do the windscreen, so this seems like as good a time as any just to get it sorted. I'm not entirely sure how it goes together. Obviously it folds over at the front here and it's held in by the windscreen. At the back there, there's a like a cord, or there's a thick edge to it anyway, and it slots into a bit up there. Yeah, I know, it's all technical. Give me a break, it's the beginning of the year and I'm just trying to get back into it. But yeah, it's these side bits that I'm not entirely sure of how these attach, because they seem to be, just seems to be stuck in there. Obviously this old one is just absolutely done for. But yeah, let's get some screwdrivers and everything out. Let's get all of these bits and pieces taken off, and then I will just rip the old one out and take it from there. So I am pulling some of it out there. Obviously these wires just pop out. I think this back section is that curved piece of wood that goes all the way across. I think that screws into something there, and that seems to be holding the... So I finally got that stretch of length of wood out up there. I'm probably going to replace it. It's most of it's in decent shape, but one side of it is just there is pretty bad. It's a bit rotten and just not in the best of shape, so I'm probably going to replace that. There's one at the back there as well. I'll do the same with that. It's going to be easy just to redo it all. So yeah, now I can get into this back section. Only thing I can figure is I've been looking at a few videos online about these bits up here, and I can't find anything on removing them, but other people that seem to be putting them back in, they appear to be glued up there, so yeah, that's going to be fun. Anyway, yeah, let's get all of these and the mirror and everything else off, and then we can just pull it all down and then just figure out what we're going to do with it. So one thing I've been battling with is this interior mirror. However, because everything I've found, everybody's saying that there should be screws under here and little plastic caps, but this one doesn't. However, what I found is if you just twist it, she just pops out. Yeah, obviously this does need a really good clean up, but yeah, it's just as simple as that. It's just a twist. It is a quite a hefty spring on it, so, but yeah, pretty straightforward. Well, that's it, I've got it all out there now. Obviously I need to go around, sand all this roof down and paint it. I'm probably going to put some sound deadening in there as well, just to stop any drumming. But yeah, I've got it out to here. I think what I'm going to have to do is I'll just get in there with a pick. I don't know if my finger's actually pointing at it, but the channel where these edges go into, there is a lot of material up there, and like I say, I think it's glued in place, so I am going to have to try and get all of that out. Thankfully the wire roof supports are intact. I was a bit concerned because there had been a centre console put up there and it had kind of just been hacked in, and I was concerned that they damaged these, but no, they're actually fine. The other thing I'm going to do is I now have a place to put the windscreen in the body glass. And I'm going to actually get that put away there now, and then it's out of the way, it's out of the interior here, and it's safe, because I am working in this inner space now. So yeah, last thing I want to do is break a window. It's because I already do have one to replace, because there is one missing. Alright, we've got everything safely put away now. I'm going to get the rest of this cleared out and give it a wash, but yeah, let's get the rest of this headliner out. So overall it hasn't really been too difficult. The worst part's actually going to be getting that channel cleared out on either side. But yeah, what I understand, this now should just kind of, yeah, just pull. Or not. There we go. That's it. Well, yeah, it's not coming out as easy as I hoped, but yeah, it's yeah, it's ripping. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get back into it with a pick or something, just to get it out of this channel. But yeah, next stage is I'll just basically get all of this inside cleaned up, get it painted. And one thing I do want to do is figure out exactly how these rails go onto here, or the pop-up top. So it's all kind of being done together, but yeah, because what I'm assuming is that those rails bolt on, and then there's some sort of covering over it, perhaps, maybe, I don't know. But I am going to put a word out on a couple of the groups. What I want to see is how these Devon roof campers are trimmed on the inside. So there's I found a couple of English groups there, so there's bound to be a number of people that can actually, so there's bound to be several people that actually have Devons. So camper. Anyway, I was saying I did have the battery die on me. I'm having some battery issues lately, I don't know why. A couple of them are brand new. Anyway, what I've been doing is fishing the wires out for the interior light. The interior light is busted, so I don't really want to mess about with that. There's not a lot of point. Yeah, the wind's just dumped a load of water on me. So yeah, what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to grab that pick and just work my way right around this, the entire edge of this where this headlining goes, and just get all of these bits out. Yeah, I know the one I've got, you don't bond this side, it actually has a sewn in strip that just tucks into there, but yeah, the rest of it you do. So anyway, let's get this in. Anyway, let's get on with it. So I've kind of developed a technique. What I'm basically doing is just using this screwdriver and get them in there, and I can just ease it out. And what it appears to be, it's just glued every so far. It isn't like a long stream of glue. So what I have to do every now and again is I get that basically like that. This goes over the top. Some phone going off. This basically goes over the top, and then I can prise it, and then I can just come back in and just ease it out. It's certainly not a quick way of doing things, but it's getting there. Well, that's it. A couple of these I do need to straighten back up again, but that's not an issue. And yeah, these damn things are sharp. I only cut myself 15 times though, so you know, we're good. But yeah, I'm going to work along these edges now, and then probably by the time I get that done, this day might be coming to an end. It's getting on a bit now in the afternoon, so we're still in just the beginning of February, so we still have very short days. But I'm happy with that. You know, it's been a bit of a pain, literally, but yeah, I'm happy with how that's all come out there now. So, plus it's given me a good indication of how it all goes back together. But anyway, let's get this. Let's carry on. Well, that's it. We have both sides out now. It wasn't as bad as I thought. Basically, the glue had been in there so long it was just hard and brittle, and it just I had just pried out dead easy. So, but I had planned on actually just getting a wire wheel on the drill and starting to clean all this up, but this wind is making life a bit difficult, because obviously I don't want to get down to bare metal and then not be able to paint it. So I'm probably going to just leave this till tomorrow, because the wind's supposed to drop overnight. So, and then I'll get back in, and because like I say, I want to do all of this interior. I want that all sorted out, ready, so that when I do come to start putting it all back together, everything's painted, everything's all just as it should be. So yeah, I think that's a reasonable plan. But the goal is, and yeah, I do have a goal. What I would like is, over the next month, is to get all of this interior finished up, all of the exterior finished up, and all the body glass in, bar the two doors, because I need to sort out mechanisms for the doors. But yeah, I still need to get the transit finished off. As I said in my update video, I am going to a wedding, so the van will not go up for sale until after that. I'm not having that much luck with the Mini. It's a catch-22. Minis this good tend to people ask a higher price, but all the ones that they're selling are the ones that it's like bargain basement and obviously need work. So this one doesn't. This one's just ready to go straight on the road. But that's by the by. Anyway, I think that's it for now. I want to get this all tidied up, and then we'll see what time it is. I might just pack up for the day. So it's a new morning again, and yeah, let's just get some gear out and start sanding in here. I am going to move those to begin with, because I don't want any bits of debris or anything like that hitting the fresh paint. Well, it's not fresh paint, but you know what I mean. Well, all of the sanding now done. I've wire wheeled a lot of stuff down. I did spritz everything with a rust neutralizer, so I'm just letting that dry off. But while that's happening, it gives me the opportunity to get all of this cleaned. There's just a lot of just debris and bits of old stuff from, you know, taking off the old. It's mostly where the interior panels and everything have been glued up. That's predominantly what I've been removing. So, and there's bits like this. This is whatever that's been connected to. Anyway, let me just get this tidied up. I'll get it washed down, let it dry, and then we'll be able to spritz it with a bit of paint. Well, there we have it. First coat of paint on it all. Well, it's just primer basically, but yeah, I'll leave this to flash off, and then I'll see what time it is. It's getting on a bit in the day now, but I have just noticed one thing. The storms we had a while back, I've just noticed, yeah, I know some stuff came down at the back of the van here, and I have just noticed a big chunk out of the paintwork here, so I'm going to have to do this rear lid again, which is frustrating, but you know, sometimes you just got to just roll with it, like I've said in the past. Obviously we are outside here, and yeah, we've had some pretty gnarly storms here in the UK over the past few months, and sadly stuff like this happens. I'm less annoyed by that than the damage that was done by the cat. That's so yeah, I will need to have a run over to the paint shop, because I've still got the other side to repair where the cat damaged, and I've now got that. So I know I've got enough paint left to paint the bottom of the door, and there's a couple of other little bits of trim that needed to be done. I've got enough paint for that, but I don't have enough to redo this entire section again as well, so yeah, it's always more money. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, that's the interior. It's all primed up now. I will leave that to flash off, and like I say, I'll see how the day is getting along. I might do it later today. I might just leave it until tomorrow, depending on what the weather's going to be like tomorrow. So yeah, but let's get the gun and everything cleaned up, and then we'll yeah, see what time it is. Okay, so just on cleaning my gun up here, and well, a couple of days ago I had someone ask me if they thought it would be a good idea to have a second one of these, and he'd seen my review video on them, and he was going to order one, but he said, well, maybe it would be a good idea to have one just for, like, one body that is used just for clear. And I thought it was actually a very good idea, so I have in fact ordered myself a second one. I've ordered the full kit. It's not that much more expensive than the actual individual gun itself, so I figured, you know, why not? Let's have a second gun that I can use just for clear, and then I can keep the other one that I can use for base and primer. So yeah, good one, Steve. That was a good idea, that. So yeah. AeroPro are going to be sending two to England in the next week or two. I'll just, in my usual state of keeping things moving along, what I've done is, that's just left, I need that to dry. But I've been doing a bit of restoration work on the mirror there. I have painted the base, and I have actually painted the backing of the mirror, and it looks really nice. And these have basically just give them a really good clean. What I've got there at the moment is I've just got some spray on aerosol cleaner, and I've just soaked them down, and I'm just going to leave them overnight, and then I'll come back tomorrow and just give them another clean. And yeah, I mean, they've come up really nice. I'm pleased with pleased how they've turned out, because I was thinking I was going to have these recovered, but you know, I mean, there's no breaks or there's no splits or anything like that in them, so, you know. But yeah, it's nearly 4 o'clock now, so I think I am going to just pack everything up. It is getting dark soon, so it's been a good day, you know. It's been such a long time since I've actually really gotten into doing stuff on the VW. Yeah, it was just, you know, it you know, gets to you a little bit sometimes, projects when just for one reason or another you just can't get at them. Fumes are getting to me, I think. So yeah, that's it for today. Be back tomorrow. Well, it is now actually a couple of days later, and these have turned out alright. These have really cleaned up nice. There's the other one. Yeah, they cleaned up really well. Basically, all I've done with them is I've just soaked them down in, it was Mr. Muscle window cleaner. Well, let's start from the beginning. I initially rubbed them down completely with thinners, paint reducer, and that just removed a lot of the real heavy staining and a lot of like the overspray paint and everything that was on them. Then I hit them with Mr. Muscle. It's basically it's a window cleaner. It's got vinegar in it. That took a lot of it off, and then I soaked it down with just basically dishwashing detergent, and just kept wetting them down, rubbing it off, wetting them down, rubbing it off, and that has just really got all of the grime, all of the crap out of them basically. So the only thing I want to do now is I need to sort of just put something on just to soften the vinyl a little bit. Unfortunately, this one here isn't as in good a condition. This one here is excellent, but this one, it's lost some of that. It feels like some of the filling's gone or broken down. So I may still see if I can find another one, but it's usable. I would prefer not to. The mirror came out fine. That looks. Obviously, I've still got the glass to clean. Where are we at? Still got the glass to clean and everything, but that's okay. And yeah, I'm pleased with how that came along. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not getting a lot of anything done today. It's just showery and just there. But yeah, I think the next thing I want to do is I want to get all of this edge sanded. I want to get it painted. Then I'll get this outer rim painted. I'm looking for where I used to live up in the northeast of England. There was a little hardware store, and they used to sell. I'm forgetting the brand of paint. I've got a can of it somewhere in red, and I've been looking for it in this area. It is the best friggin' paint I've used on anything. It's a very limited range of colours, but it is such good paint. If you dig all the way back in my videos, I think I did one, oh god, about 5 or 6 years ago, before I was really getting into doing videos on the channel, and I restored a set of Chrysler wheels that I had on my Chrysler minivan, and that was the paint I'd used on them. It's just such nice paint, but I cannot find it here in Lincolnshire anywhere. But that's what I would like to use on this frame, because it's really nice finish to it, but it maintains its finish. A lot of paints that you buy, especially silvers, they just they lose that metalness, if you know what I mean. They just go very flat after a while, and this one didn't. This one just it looked like aluminum. It just kept that polished aluminum look. For I mean, I had those wheels on, those rims on that van now for probably 4 or 5 years, and I did them once, and that was it. Just washed them. That was all I ever did. So that's what I'm trying to get a hold of. I just cannot find it, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. There we go. That's the brand, Super Deck. It's just really, really good paint. I really like it. So I'm going to have a look online, see if I can actually find a can of it. Because, like I say, this is what I would like to do the silver with. Obviously, this one's red. I'm not quite sure how I've got red paint down the side of it, but never matter. I said earlier that I'd put a few notices out onto some of the various, the UK forums anyway, predominantly because this is a UK specific roof. It's at Devon. I don't know if the company still exists. Doesn't matter anyway, but the photographs I've gotten now, it's really 50-50. Some of these are silver, some of them are white. Now, if I'm going to do it white, obviously I want to do it the same white as the van's exterior, so that is the decision I've got to make. Now, we are about the beginning of February. I have absolutely no idea when this video is going to go out. I really don't. So, I am heading over to the shop for a few days. I'm not going to be videoing anything over there. I will actually be going along to the new Auto Jumble, so I will take the camera with me there to see if I can actually pick up some stuff at the Auto Jumble, the swap meet. But yeah, I won't be doing any videoing when I'm at the shop. It's just it's a quick visit, do a few jobs and get back here. But while I'm there, I do actually go past the paint shop where this blue came from, where this white came from. So I'm gonna, as I head over there, I'm gonna order it, and then as I come back, I can collect it. So it's one of those. It's just the distance and gas prices at the moment. I don't really want to be. I mean, it's a 100-mile round trip to the spray shop, and you know, if I'm in that general vicinity, then I may as well just get it while I'm there. Well, I have a little surprise has just arrived. obviously for the VW here, and I'm doing some work on the Transit at the moment, but yeah, this has just arrived, so let's get it unpacked and we'll see what it is. Well, there we go. Set of front seats for the VW. I've been searching for some for ages, and I'll be honest, there are several out there, but some of the prices people are asking are absolutely off the charts. By the time I have them reupholstered and actually buy the frames, I could have been into this for well over £1,000. And yeah, I'm sorry, I know these are classic vehicles and everything, but £250 for a set of frames I think is a little bit over the top. But found a guy on eBay. I do apologise, I've forgotten your name, but he had these up for 100 plus £25 shipping, which I think that's a fair price. I'm happy with that. So yeah, I'm going to sit them in the van for the moment, and yeah, feel like I'm getting somewhere. Then get back to the Transit, and there we go, exciting days. So I think this would be a good place to bring this video to a close. I know these videos are all over the place right now. Do apologise for that. I am quite busy, so I'm just trying to get stuff done on the van when I can. I am off to the shop. I've actually just come back from the shop. I do need to go back over there next few days. So yeah, I'm not sure when this video is going to go out. I'm in the middle of 2 videos, so yeah, I'm not sure which one will go out first or what order or anything right now, so please bear with me. Anyway, that's it for now. Take care and have a good one.